Now it's time for Oklahoma's Trace Ford with the Morning Animals. Sponsored by Copeland Construction. For all your construction and roofing needs. If you need it built or fixed, make the call. 405-495-3460. Family owned and taking care of Oklahomans for 47 years. Copeland Construction.
Number 30 in your program, number 1 in your heart. It's our friend Trace Ford. Good morning, young man. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Pretty good. We're all good. We're all fired up for the game, and I imagine you are too. First of all, congratulations on the team captain thing. That's very cool. You and all the Oklahoma guys are going to be out there. That's a good group, and it's a hell of an honor, especially in your first year with the team. But listen, you've had a long time to think about Bedlam Week. This, going all the way back to the holidays last year is when, an announcement was made. So, I mean, it's here. So kind of where are you in your head right now? I know everybody's kind of wondering about this. Like super intense, relaxed, any extra edge? Exactly like how are you waking up this morning a couple days away from Bedlam? It's like, where are you right now? Any other game week? Just taking care of business like any other game week?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the guys. I'm excited to play in Stillwater one last time, but just like another week, I'm really more excited just to get back on track and get back on to where we're supposed to be, So that's what I'm really focused on is just figuring a way to win this weekend.
Now, when, I've been told, like, your mom said that they tried to talk you out of this decision of going to Oklahoma. And I remember talking to you back when we did the media day, and I was surprised at, how casual you were about it, and it just wasn't a big deal. But when you were making the decision to transfer to Oklahoma, was it in your mind at all that you were going to be playing in Stillwater in an OU uniform?
Actually, no. I kind of thought it was it. I didn't realize we'd have another year of Bedlam. But, at the end of the day, I just chose what was best for me. And OU was best for me, and I knew it would come with the consequences of the social media haters, so it is what it is, and I just took it on the chin.
Trace, one short question before I get to my real question. Is Brent Venables sitting in your room right now monitoring everything you say to us?
Polishing a shotgun.
What's that, Trace?
I casually look over my shoulder to see him watching. No, he's not.
Okay, so I'm curious. Have you heard since you left? Obviously not this week, but did you ever hear from Mike Gundy or the OSU staff or any of the coaches when you decided to make the announcement you're going to Oklahoma?
Not once. Gundy doesn't care that I left. He didn't care that I was leaving. When I was about to leave, I tried to inform him. Didn't care, so. The staff, I don't think me and the staff have the best relationship. Some of the coaches still text me to this day, but not all of them. Not all of them, that's for sure. So, the players are in good shape with me. I still talk to the players. I've talked to a couple players this week, last week. I still go to the games when I can, but when I was informing the coaching staff of thinking about leaving, they were like, okay, get on out of here then, pretty much. Like, we don't want to talk to you, so. That's just the life we live in now, and it is what it is.
Okay, as a follow-up to that, have you talked to other players that left the program and their experiences? Was it the same, like Spencer Sanders or some of the other guys who also left?
Yeah, I've talked to most of the guys that left, and my reasonings was just I needed a new scenery. I was tired of getting hurt. I was scared all the time of getting hurt, so I had a different reasoning from other guys. But I talked to a lot of dudes, and I talked to Mason Cobb constantly. Talk to Ben Kapinski all the time. I talk to a lot of guys, and most of them are pretty happy with where they're at.
All right, as for on-field stuff, by the way, we already saw you had good hands earlier this season, play tight end. Now I saw you got big ups. You could be a power forward. Tipping that pass last week, you got off the ground. I can't believe he caught it, but anyway, great job getting downfield and tipping the pass. But now this week, you're going to be seeing guys who used to go out on the practice field and beat up on it all the time. Some of those guys are going to be across from you. Some new guys as well. So I'm sure you guys have been watching film, just hour after hour after hour, because Oklahoma State is running the crap out of the ball right now. Ollie Gordon is just killing it. After seeing that film, what are they doing to have this much success offensive line-wise? Are they doing anything different, or is this Ollie Gordon just making that offensive line better?
I mean, from my perspective, they shrunk their playbook after week 3 or 4, and they said, "Ollie, take us to the motherlands. Carry us, put us on your back." And Ollie's been doing a great job of doing that. He's been running the heck out the ball, So Ollie is, I think, their game plan always, and for the right reason. He's been running really good, and he's been doing a lot of really good things.
So, Trace, let me ask you. You went into that Texas game. Everybody was, I wouldn't say shocked, but it was really impressive how physical you guys were going up against that team. Played really well, especially up front. Did you guys kind of lose that chip off your shoulder a little bit you had going into that Texas game? And if so, do you think you got it back this week?
I hope we got it back. We definitely need it back this week. Last week we definitely fell off defensive-wise with our tackling. We just missed a lot of tackles, weren't playing with that edge, just like you said. And, it was a big thing at practice this week was tackling and not being a bunch of soft a-holes. And I think a lot of guys are really bought in and know that tackling is very important this week. We got to get Ollie to the ground. So
it's just important in life for the base. Basically, just don't be a soft a-hole, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are.
Life advice. You're right.
But I like that's being coached into you, Trace. Yeah. I like that.
I remember the first time my father said it to me.
It was my priest.
Phil, did you acted like you had a question for Trace?
Were you just brushing your teeth?
At the beginning.
Yeah. I could tell.
Phil can hear everything, man. It's like his ears.
You have a very good microphone on your phone here.
So just maybe we hold off on the brushing of the teeth.
Okay. It's a ritual, man.
Fresh breath when he talks to us, Phil. Come on, he's a gentleman.
Golly, so many things I want to ask you. Okay, I want to go back to Ollie Gordon. And when you were there, could you see this version of Ollie Gordon when you were watching him? We talked to you earlier in the year, and you said, a guy to keep an eye on because you see him in scout team is Tawi Walker. Were you seeing this out of Ollie Gordon? I know he played last year, and he did really well when he played, but could you see this kind of Ollie Gordon last year when you were there in Stillwater?
If you asked any player at Oklahoma State last year, including Spencer, Mason Cobb, any guy, JP, if Ollie Gordon would have been a surprise today, and no one would have said no. Everyone knew that Ollie was good last year. He was full of potential. He was a freak athlete at practice, and even in the games at the end of the year, he started showing glimpses of it. Ollie's a ball player, and we all knew that last year, and we were just waiting for it to really pop off, and this year he's starting to pop off and really show what he has to offer. I'm not surprised. I don't think no one was surprised who knows who he is.
Well, you're facing a different kind of offense this week. The last 2 weeks you've faced teams, with a quarterback who can get out and move around, and Alan Bowman's not going to want to do that. But with all the focus on Ollie Gordon, I'm looking at the numbers right now. They're currently, last 3 weeks, throwing for more yards than they're running for. So, obviously, they are play-actioning very, very well off of that. So, what's the defensive assignment this week compared to the last couple weeks having to, you're having to pay attention to a guy running around. What's it like when you're playing against a guy when you're going to be looking at more play action than you are a running quarterback?
Just a lot of eye discipline, just trust your key, your run responsibilities. I'm taking your pass responsibilities, so just do your job, do your one of your 11, and we'll be fine, just play our game of football and do what Venables is teaching us to do, and we will be fine. So
now, have you gotten any little side conversations this week about, hey, let's not have any personal fouls this week? Are people concerned about that with you because this is your former team?
A couple coaches have brought it up. I don't think it'll be like that. I'm excited to play. Don't get me wrong. I definitely will be full of energy, but I don't know. I've never got personal fouls in the first place. Texas is my first one ever, and I just don't think that's who I am to get a personal foul, so I'm not really concerned about it.
You also said, Trace, in that game, though, you had personal history with that guy. Is there someone you just hate on that OSU offensive line? Like you
can't wait to see him?
Right.
And like to air any grievances right now.
And by all means, when you name that name, get closer to the phone.
Okay, thanks, Phil.
I'm excited to go up against a couple of them, I'm not going to lie, but No names I'm not going to say out loud. I'm not going to be a spotlight this week. I ain't getting in trouble.
Attaboy. He just tried to
Are you
lure you
looking-
in.
Okay,
Are
so
you looking? Well, you get out of the locker room a little faster. Are you looking forward to the hate that's going to be showered upon you when you first step on that field?
I thrive off of competition. I think away games I play better a lot because, you got student sections behind me, people just screaming, talking so much mess, and that's what really fuels me. When someone says I can't, I will, and so I think that will just be a chip on my shoulder. Even better when people start talking, I think it'll light me on fire and make me play a really great game this weekend. I really feel it coming. So
I'm curious.
I'm looking forward to it.
So Trace, do you understand the magnitude of your situation? Like, you really are a unicorn. This is the most unique. You're the most unique player in the history of this rivalry, and it's coming down to the last time they're ever going to play. And I'm curious, from that question, like, you experienced Bedlam from OSU's perspective. Now you're experiencing it from OU's perspective. How different is it going into this week, and have you thought about the magnitude of how big this is? Of yourself, how big it is that you're involved in both sides of this rivalry.
Yeah, no, I thought about it a lot this week. I think it's super uncommon, super weird that I'm in that situation, I did not think my life would lead to this or my career would, let alone did I, purposefully try to do something like this. I didn't know any of this would happen, but, I'm excited, and, yeah, I mean, this will be a fun one. The very last one, I heard tickets are, more than NBA regular season packages, so
It's
Expensive.
I heard it's going to be a really well anticipated game, and I'm just excited to play. I just like playing football.
Your former neighbor, one Mr. T Bag, sent you a text this morning. Do you remember what it said?
One of the million snake texts I've got. Teabag was being much of a teabag this morning.
Nice. All right, you win.
Teabag the D-bag.
You win.
Trace Teabag has said he wasn't going to talk to you this week.
Are you going to talk to him,
His
Teabag?
microphone's open. He is allowed to talk to you.
Say hi, Teabag.
Just come on.
It's our friend Trace.
Come on.
What's your prediction, Teabag? What's the score?
Yeah, give us a
Nice.
score.
I like this. Yeah, this is good.
Trace just took control of this interview.
Hey.
He's interviewing you.
That's
Teabag.
right. Give him a number. Back up.
I'm feeling good, but I mean but you've been on the wrong side of this game a couple times, so we all know how it can go. I am about to start a movement on Twitter though about hashtag Be Nice to Trace.
No, he thrives on
No,
it.
that's why.
No, that's
why.
fuel.
Oh, because you
No,
don't want. you
we're
don't want
gonna
to
be
feel
nice.
it.
Not take away his
We're
fuel.
gonna
yeah.
be nice to Trace Ford this weekend. Welcome back to Stillwater.
No tackling
We love
fuel.
you. Yeah,
No
he's a
interceptions for you,
proud
Trace.
alum.
Well, give him a score. Step out there.
63-0.
Oh, man. Trace, when we have you on next week, you got to bring all the dirt, okay? I mean, seriously, you got to tell us all the good stuff.
Speaking of Trace, is Danny Stutzman playing? Just tell us. We won't tell anybody else.
Oh, he's about to go crazy this weekend.
That's all he'll say.
I think he's playing, is what he's saying.
That's what we heard out of OU yesterday, so looking forward to that.
All right. Trace, as always, man, good luck to you this weekend.
Have fun. Enjoy this. Embrace every moment
Yes.
of it. And walking in that stadium, just tilt your head back, look up in the sky, open your arms, and say, bring it. Bring me that bleep.
And I want you to walk right by Gundy and scream the words, I am a unicorn.
And don't be a soft a-hole.
Yes, please.
I love that. That's the quote of the
Spit
day.
on Gundy. Gundy's going to spit on me. It's a real rivalry.
Yeah, you did hear Mike Gundy. You heard Gundy's press conference. I love it.
Yes.
So he won't take it personal if you spit on him because it's bad.
Well, Trace,
And,
I
and
asked,
also, he hasn't noticed you on film at all this year.
we have.
Just remember that.
I asked that. Did you hear that comment? By the way, I asked Gundy that question on your behalf.
Different. Is it unique for you to know that Trace is on the other side in this game?
I've watched a lot of tape and honestly have not paid attention or noticed. I look at concept, schemes, numbers, what I think ability is, not ability, what to attack, what I want to stay away from, things like that, more so than necessarily who it would be. So I don't really notice things like that.
Tracy didn't even know you were gone.
Gundy is really smart with the media. He knows exactly what to say. He's a little celebrity when it comes to that stuff. He loves being petty, and I can't wait to play him. I can't wait to see his face. You know, if he hasn't seen me on film yet, I hope he does this weekend. So.
Oh, wow.
There
And
it
let's
is.
leave it at that.
Walk off.
Let's go, Trace Ford.
That is
Trace,
the walk-off.
have a great week,
T-Bag
man.
just stood up and applauded you on
We're-
that.
I think he just earned a raise.
I did that. I did
Yeah.
that for the content we're going to get out of it, not
Trace-
out of Bedlam.
Trace, we will talk again in 1 week, and you bring it, man. Bring the heat, because I can't wait to hear what went down.
See you Saturday, brother.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
All
Have a
right,
nice day.
take care. We are the Morning Animals. This
That went
isn't.
better than I thought it was going to go.
It's we're really late, and I don't care.
Every media person who's listening right now is like, damn it.
We are the Morning Animals. This is 98.1 FM WWLS, the Sports Animal.